Welcome to the setup video for the exploit intel harness for the Hermes agent. If you're passionate about vulnerability research or exploit writing, and you fancy combining these with a flexible agentic framework, you're definitely in the right place. We begin our journey by installing an Ubuntu server, specifically the Noble release, which provides a solid foundation for our platform. The first step after installation is to clone the EIP Hermes repository using the Git tool, ensuring we have all the necessary files to proceed. This initial setup is crucial as it lays the groundwork for everything that follows in this powerful research environment. Once done, we navigate into the newly cloned Hermes directory and execute the bootstrap user script with sudo privileges. This important step configures our user account with passwordless sudo access, a requirement for the smooth operation of the platform. Following this, we run the Hermes install script, including the installation of XFCE4 and XRDP packages to enable a graphical interface and remote desktop capabilities. This triggers a cascade of installations, bringing in essential tools like Olama, the Hermes agent, and a variety of other tools and prerequisites. These components work together to create a robust environment tailored for advanced exploit research. I'll wait patiently for this initial setup script to complete. With the initial installation complete, a system reboot is necessary. After this reboot, you should be able to log into a fully functional XFCE4 graphical interface using your existing user credentials. At this stage, if your research focus does not include Windows or kernel work, you can skip ahead to configuring the Hermes agent. However, for those who are, you're going to love this next part. The installation process includes cloning the Win11Forge project into the user's home directory, which contains everything needed to establish Windows kernel and userland debugging environments. I'll kick off the dependency installation script for Win11Forge and let it do its thing. In addition to installing all the necessary tools, the orchestrator script also downloads a trial version of Windows 11, as well as all the other prerequisites needed for orchestrating these virtual machines. At this point, we can run the Win11Forge setup script, which proceeds to set up a powerful debugging environment accessible to the AI agent through multiple MCP servers and packages it all in a golden virtual image. This phase can take a while, so a bit of patience is required. Once the Windows machines start provisioning, you can peek at them using a VNC viewer, a good way to monitor and interact with the Windows virtual machines. The Windows machines will reboot as they are provisioned, and you can reconnect the VNC viewer to continue monitoring them. I've sped up the video significantly, which shows a cool time-lapse of the Windows Virtual Lab orchestration. Looking at this time-lapse, I get the sense that this is what a conductor feels like when driving a musical orchestra. The perfect symphony between all the tools, scripts, and running processes is truly music to my ears. Once the Windows VMs are provisioned, you have the option to integrate them into VMware Workstation. This step is optional and depends on your preferred virtual environment. To proceed, I'll install VMware Workstation, which I've previously downloaded. Once installed, I set up the necessary VMware networking dependencies and ensure VMware Workstation is running before continuing. I'll start VMware Workstation and drive the installer to completion. For the encore, this next part brings the most elegant flourish. We start the VMware Workstation provisioning script. The installation process includes some manual touchpoints with VMware, such as acknowledging hint windows and promiscuous mode warnings. But once these are handled, the setup continues smoothly. We're done. Our script completed the provisioning of the VMware machines, and now you can shut down the virtual lab, marking the end of the setup process. With everything in place, you're now ready to configure your Hermes agent and dive into serious vulnerability research, turning weeks of work into hours of productive exploration. If this video left you curious about agentic work in vulnerability research, stick around and check out the next video in the series, Configuring and Running the EIP Hermes Agent. It's going to be a blast.